Okitipupa Oil Palm PLC, OOPPLC PLC, one of the oldest and largest palm oil plantation farm in Nigeria, breathed life into the industry and the Nigeria economy as the company records growth, contributing to the positive narrative of the Ondo State government. We have a report. This is Inside Business Africa, Africa's business news and information leader. Hello, a very good day to you and thanks for joining us. My name is Kenneth Odushola Stevenson and this is Inside Business Africa, Africa's business news and information leader. On today's edition of the program, we are going to be talking about a very important organization that is listed on the Nigerian Stock Exchange. Okitipupa Oil Palm PLC, one of the oldest and the largest oil palm plantation farm in Africa. Over the years, this company has seen the ups and downs of business. But in the last 3.5 years, and since the emergence of the current executive governor of Ondo State, Oluwarotimi Akeredolu SAN, the company has now come alive again. He has given the company the necessary support, the necessary conducive environment for the company to thrive, and constituted a very important board headed by a very important industrialist and the former minister of the Federal Republic of Nigeria, Chief Mrs. Mobolaji Oshomon, to look at how the company can thrive. And the company has recovered and is now thriving. And in the process, they are also, as you will find out in this particular special report, they have also given life to some smallholder farmers that are actually doing well as palm oil business people. Take a listen. Okitipupa Oil Palm PLC, popularly known as OOPC, one of the largest oil palm plantation farm in Africa, is an oil palm processing firm that manages oil palm farm in the southern part of Ondo State, Nigeria, with sites located in Okitipupa, Ilututu, Ikoya, Ibutako, Iyonso in Irele local government, Ipoke in Apoi local government area of the state. Established in 1961 on a 12,474 hectares of land with the objective of carrying out business of palm tree plantation and development, cultivate and grow other related crops and trees, process, prepare, render marketable, buy, sell and dispose of such products either in raw or manufactured state. OOPC's strength is in the quality of the farm produce.
Okitipupa Oil Palm PLC was started off by the Awolowo government in 1968 when they acquired acres of land in that area of Ondo State, because that's a zone which was good enough for oil palm and cocoa products. And oil palm and its products was one of those things which the British came to look for in West Africa. And so an expanse of land was acquired by the WNDC in 1968 at various times, some in 72, some in 74. And so there was almost 13,000 acres of land which was acquired, and the planting of oil palm started. When Ondo State was separated from the other states, it was one of those things that was granted to the lexitors, that is, wherever something, any industry is seated, that particular state takes it. So Ondo State government became the owner. The Nigerian Joint Agency company that was running it for and on behalf of Ondo State government, but later the Ondo State government took complete control of the thing and started running it as one of its parastatals.
I think the political will for resuscitation of all our moribund industries and factories, plantations, whatever, is very strong. And Okitipupa Oil Palm was the first one that we were fully able to successfully revitalize and bring back on board. And that has been a collaborative effort with all the stakeholders, the board members, and people who mean well for the company. The political will is very strong, and when you say political will, there's the government political will, there's also the political will of the other stakeholders to get it right. So I think it's an wholesome thing. So I wouldn't sit here and say that it's just the political will from the government. Except to agree, they cannot work together. All of us are in agreement. That's why we're working together. So kudos to everybody who's involved.
We are the biggest plantations in the whole of the Southwest. We still have about 6,000 hectares that we're about to start developing, which will take us to about 14,000. I don't think there's any company in Nigeria today that has 14,000 oil palm. So we know there are about 17 products that can actually come from the oil palm itself, and we believe that additionally we're going to install some refining capacity within our facilities that will help us broaden our product base and ensure that our local content can go as far as 50%, and it will also activate other cottage industries around us. There are a number of big companies that have indicated interest in some of our waste products, like our shells, and I believe those can fetch us some significant revenue. We are putting together a template that we drive the products that we push into the market, and which we believe the company will generate significant revenue from.
In 1990, the company went public, okay, and you now have the private sector who came in, took so many percentage of the shares, and Ondo State now held 29%, private sector held the remainder. Now, what then happened over that period, strictly put, government influence and government against the private sector, and the government wasn't going to let go just like that, and it really hampered growth in the company. Things were being done in a roughshod manner, and this lasted for so long, and the company literally went down. And it wasn't until when the present governor came in that he now decided that, look, let's have a rapid move away from government involvement in this business. And we, as Estaport Farms, we're actually the single largest shareholder, because we bought out a multinational that wasn't happy with what was going on in Okitiukpa way back in 2004. That is Unilever. We bought them out, and we thought we could actually do a lot because we were also sons of the soil. The Chief Mrs. Oshomo and the Oshomo family are from that neck of the woods, and we just thought, this is a heritage for us. If nobody's going to do it, at least we could stick our necks out and come and invest in that place, and do a lot in that place. So we're happy that 2 years, 3 years after the new Ondo State government came in, we've been able to literally take that place back.
Any core investor who is coming, be it Nigerian, be it foreign, they are coming purposefully because of profit. And so everybody will have to make sure that this company is not being run at a loss.
The political will for resuscitation of all our moribund industries and factories, plantations, whatever, is very strong. And Okotokupa oil palm was the first one that we were fully able to successfully revitalize and bring back on board.
The government has provided an enabling environment for us to do our business. They have provided security, which is very significant in the environment in which we operate.
After several years of disruption occasioned by the interference and misgovernance, including lack of corporate governance structure, OOPPLC Oil Palm PLC, since the emergence of the new board about 2 years ago, led by an industrialist and former two-time Minister of the Federal Republic of Nigeria, Chief Mrs. Alice Mobolaji Oshomo, supported by a strong assemblage of technocrats, including Boyo Yewumi, Chief Executive Officer Undipa as Vice Chairman, Senator Udom Egba, Barrister Wale Oshomo, amongst others, backed by a resourceful and experienced management team led by Mr. Taiwo Adewale and with the support from the Ondo State Government, His Excellency Arakunrin Oluwatimi Akeredolu SAN. OOPC has finally back into active operation and effective production, providing return on investments to shareholders, providing jobs for smallholder farmers and the community people.
From my own particular area, people believe that, we don't climb, we cannot climb palm tree because of who we are. And we now said, come. The Calabas come, the Robos come, they make all their money in this place. There are so many judges who were brought up, Supreme Court, who were brought up in Okitipupa, and their parents were working on this oil palm. But our people have not yet known that this oil palm is money. So we are trying to bring them in with this licensee now. Trying to say that come and take so many hectares. So the people are getting benefit now, the landowners are getting benefit. Not only are we paying them for whatever compensation that we believe we should give them every year, we are employing their own people. They are the licensees. Majority of the people, these 110 people, are people from the area. So they are now seeing that life can become comfortable. We are taking care of the planet, which is the land and the environment. We're taking care of the people. Then the profit now, you only declare profit when you have cleared all your debt. It looks as if the growth is coming. And once the growth is coming, this PPP seems it will work.
Everybody has a stake. We have all of a sudden quadrupled, and thousands are now stakeholders in the survival of Okotokupa Oil Palm PLC. So it's a good model, especially now that we don't have a lot of milling capacity. It's a win-win for all those involved. And what is business about? It's about win-win. You win, I win. Everybody is happy.
The host communities have their representative on the board. We meet with there's also the Landowners Association recognized by the company, and we meet with them regularly. We also meet with the traditional rulers, and we play our own support that we can afford.
Our plantations are situated in the, in the community. It's not that all our plantations are in our headquarters premises. Look at road construction going on in the plantations. Who is going to benefit from it? The community. The community. We are not abandoning that, so we are working on that. Are you getting my point? Employment, those people who are working there, they are from where? From the community.
Palm oil is used in about 50% of all the products sold in a typical supermarket, and with good reason. It is extremely versatile, has lifted millions of people out of poverty, and if properly managed can be beneficial for the environment. No wonder the current board, with the support of the Ondo State government, has put in place strong and effective corporate governance structure that will take the firm to the next level.
We want to bring in experts who have something to deliver. The commitment must be total to all. Any core investor who is coming, be it Nigerian, be it foreign, they are coming purposefully because of profit. And so everybody will have to make sure that this company is not being run at a loss. The landowners who are members of this board are there to protect the interests of the land-owning group, to say that whatever is due to these landowners are given. The employees, now we have the corporate governance, which give rights to the employees as well. Their own interests too will be protected. But then it means everybody must see that there is growth in OOPC.
OOPPLC palm at its prime was one of the biggest in the country, and is getting close to taking its rightful position. So you cannot abort a child that has been born. The new management has been born. We're beginning to see green shoots come off the ground. We're beginning to see solid signs of profitability, sustainability, innovation, good management, world-class corporate governance. What else are you looking for? OOPPLC has not made as much money as it is making now. Well, at the best of times. The good times are here is to make it sustainable, because you need to repeat it over and over so there becomes a culture that this place is back. It's not a fluke. And that is why we're looking for core investors to further deepen the investments and take it to a level where never again will there be overbearing influence from one investor or from government or from any stakeholder. So you have to pour clear blue water so that politics and business don't mix. When they mix, it doesn't come up with anything good.
Immediately this board took over, there was a business plan, and when you look at the business plan, you read the first few pages, you see the overview, and part of what they intended to put in place was to have an executive management that will be capable to move the company forward. And I can tell you that the situation is not the same again, because as at now, by the just wait till around June, and then you see the first half-year report of the company. You will see that it's going to be a profit, yes, which we have not had in so many years in the past. So for the first time now,
the company has not paid any dividend in the last 27 years, but the assurance are clear are there today that I'm sure the company will start paying dividends at the end of 2020, and therefore the state will definitely get what is due to it, like every other shareholder. Besides that, the government has provided an enabling environment for us to do our business. They have provided security, which is very significant in the environment in which we operate. When we came, there was so much insecurity and resistance to the restructuring that we wanted to carry out. But today, we have overcome that.
A proper mill now, a 40-ton mill is probably about $6 million. Yes. So let's say we put about 2 or 3 in OOPPLC, that's $18 million. Surely that is where you want a core investor to say, okay, yes, I will bring my money funny thing is that even the co-investor can actually have all those meals hanging around. So they bring it in. This is what they are bringing into Okitipupa. You know, this will form maybe 51% of the company. So the company expands. You know, the company is much more than it is right now. So far, what Okitipupa has the land, Okitipupa has the trees. Okitipupa also has plans to replant. All these are going to cost money. Okay, so the co-investor comes and says, oh yes, okay, I like this. Okay, in 4 or 5 years when all these things are ready, here is my meal. Okay, my meal is worth this amount of money. Okay, and the company starts running. It's like injecting new life, new blood into a company that is comatose.
In the corporate world, ensuring profitability demand value addition and support from stakeholders. The current milestones recorded by the board and management also benefited from the support of the host communities and stakeholders.
Everything to make her succeed we will do. So, and what is our aim? To get our people engaged, employment. These children that are stealing, if they have the chance of being employed and gravely paid, instead of stealing, they harvest for you, you pay them. So even if it's to slash our women in this area, they work harder than the men. No, they can work harder in the farm. They work from morning till evening. They are strongly built.
Well, in a little way, considering the setbacks we've had and where we are, we'll have a good deal of corporate social responsibility. That actually is something that we consider in all our decisions, because corporate social responsibility is not just giving out things to people. It's being corporately socially responsible, even when you are recruiting, even when you want to lay off, even when you want to rejig some things, you look at the impact. So corporate responsibility is a thought process. People always think that it's just what do you have for the society, for the community. Instead of giving them handout, give them opportunities within the investment called OOPPLC, so that our dependency is onto each other. That's also my own idea of corporate social responsibility. It's not a case of the hand that gives is on top and the hand that gives is at the bottom. It's a case you turn it away that becomes a partnership. So, and we're going to further deepen that initiative. But so far, we've been doing well in that area.
The host communities have a lot to benefit. And that is reflected in our ability to resolve most of the disputes that had gone to court outside of court, and we began to develop very solid working relationship with them. The company definitely will embark on a number of CSR projects in those communities, in schools. We can only make those investments when the environment is conducive for us to progress, and of course it trickles down to them.
We needed to engage them, have good partnership with them. These are people from the community, right? So when I said, okay, come, let us do it together. So we had meetings with them, and it worked. So that's where we got, this turnaround from, because without them, we will not be able to achieve it. Without us, they cannot just come into the company and say they want to turn around the company. So it's a partnership between us and the community.
Indeed, it is unfortunate that despite the value and significance, palm oil production does not have significant impact on the economic growth in Nigeria. And this weak result is as a result of the neglect and not enough attention being paid or given to this vital agribusiness sector. With the success recorded within the last 2 years by the board and management of OOPC, Ondo State and Nigeria in general stands to benefit from the massive investment.
If the company itself, if its mills are working, if the Okitipupa 40 ton per hour is working, if the Poke 4.5 tons per hour is working, we're going to get more money, more revenue, instead of the revenue going to our competitors who are in the forest.
Research in 2017 finds that $39 billion of GDP benefits are attributed to palm oil imports, representing 2.9 million jobs around the world. In India alone, the world's biggest importer, over 1 million jobs are sustained. The global production of palm oil in 2019-2020 marketing year stood at 72.27 million metric tons. What then next for OOPC, and what should the state, the country, the world, and the shareholders be looking forward to going forward?
For me, the future is bright. The future is red like the oil palm. The future is golden. Honestly, Okudukwa oil palm is a success story and is one of my KPIs. I'm very happy to be identified with it.
Food and fuel. Fuel and food, the two essentials that humanity has sought to produce and provide for since time immemorial. Palm oil, used by the ancient Egyptians, then more recently cultivated in Nigeria, West Africa, and latterly in Malaysia and Indonesia, is a source of both. There you have it. You saw the clips, you saw the documentary, you saw the support as testimony from the board members and the chairman of the board, Chief Mrs. Mobolaji Oshomo, that in the last 3.5 years, OOPPLC Oil Palm PLC, that hitherto had no single account, is now operating as a normal business enterprise. And what a way to go. I would like to say congratulations to the executive governor of Ondo State and the entire board member and the management of OOPC for bringing life into this important enterprise, contributing to the IGR of Ondo State and indeed Nigeria. In the next edition of this particular documentary, we hopefully will be talking with the executive governor of Ondo State himself to talk about the story of OOPC and what he had to do to turn it around. It's been Kenneth Odushola Stevenson presenting Inside Business Africa. Thank you again for watching. See you next time.